Hello students, welcome to the next class of Professional Business Skills. The topic of the current session is Professionalism in Communication. First of all, we have to discuss what is communication or what do you mean by communication. Communication is the process of exchanging information between individuals through verbal and non-verbal means. In simple words, communication is the exchanging of information between individuals. It is the exchange of information, ideas, etc. from one person to another. It is the process of sending and receiving messages that conveys information, ideas, thoughts, feelings and emotions. So, through communication, we are sending and receiving ideas, information, thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc. Basically, a communication process shall consist of a sender, receiver, message, channel and feedback. There will be 5 elements in a communication process. A sender sends the messages, the receiver who receives the messages, and we are sending a message or an idea or a thought, that is message, and there will be a channel to transmit these messages and a feedback. That means the receiver will give a feedback to the sender that the message is received or the further clarification is required or anything else. More than 70% of the working time of human being is spent for some form of communication, such as speaking, listening, reading and writing. That means more than 70% of working time is spent for some form of communication, whether it is a written, oral or silent communication. Communication is very important in personal life and workplace. It is very important not only in the business but also in the personal life. So, next we are moving on our important topic, that is professionalism in communication or professional communication. Professional communication refers to the communication in business or professional workplace. So, communication in business or communication in a professional workplace is called professional communication. Professional communication encompasses written, oral, visual and digital communication within a workplace context. So, a professional communication or a communication in business consists of written, oral, visual and digital communication. Any spoken, written, visual and digital interaction made between co-workers, supervisors, customers and outside parties of a business is professional communication. So, all communication in business, whether it is spoken, written, visual and digital, then in between co-workers, supervisors, customers and outside parties of business, that is advertising agencies, marketing intermediaries, wholesalers or retailers, etc. So, the communication between all parties inside and outside the business are professional communication. The purpose of professional communication may be to inform, persuade, instruct, request, respond to a request, etc. So the purpose of a professional communication may be to inform the customer the product is available in the market, pursue the employees to do a particular activity, then instruct the subordinates to do a particular job, then request the subordinates or superior to doing a particular things, then respond to a request, etc. All these are the purpose of professional communication. Communication may be basically classified into two: verbal and non-verbal communication. So this is the structure of types of communication or types of professional communication. The communication may be basically classified into two: verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication may be in the form of oral communication and written communication. The oral communication may be in the form of speaking and listening. Written communication may be in the form of writing and reading. The non-verbal communication may be in the form of facial expressions, gestures, body language, touch, etc. All these communication may be manually and digitally transformative. So, the first type of communication is verbal communication. Verbal communication is the use of words to share information with other people. So the verbal communication is the use of words to share information with other people. So the verbal communication, we are making the use of words. It includes both spoken and written communication. When we are speaking to another person, or when we are working some messages, when we are writing some messages to another person, it is called verbal communication. So both spoken and written communication is included in verbal communication. It may be formal and informal communication in business. But it is mainly used for formal communication. So the verbal communication is used both formal and informal communication in business, but it is mainly used for formal communication. It includes both manual and digital communication. It can be transmitted either manually or digitally. Manually means we are communicating in personal. Digitally means communicating to other person with the help of electronic media or digital media through WhatsApp, telephone call, through internet, etc. It is called digital communication. So these are some of the examples of verbal communication. Verbal communication in business may be classified as manual communication and digital communication. Manual communication consists of personal discussion, staff meetings, instruction to subordinates, feedback to superiors, interviews, public presentations, written letters, reports, memo, notice, circular, minutes, etc. Then the digital communication consists of telephone conversations, email, social networking, blogging, vlogging, video conferences, text chat, voicemail, etc. So these are some of the examples of verbal communication. So the main verbal communication in business, that is the first one is oral communication. There are different types of oral communication in business. The first one is staff meeting. Meeting of the staff members or meeting of the members of a staff to provide instructions or to discuss the issue related to the running of the firm. So number of staff meetings may be convened in business regularly to provide instructions to the subordinates or to discuss the issues and challenges faced by the business from time to time. Second one is interview. It is the in-depth conversation between two or more persons for the purpose of recruitment, promotion, sharing ideas, etc. It is not a mass communication media. It is used to communicating between two or more persons. So it is generally used for recruitment, promotion, etc. But it may also be conducted to sharing ideas, suggest some methods of production, or through make some complaints, etc. Then third one, public presentation or public speaking. It is the oral presentation or speech delivered to a live audience such as employees, customers, shareholders, etc. In certain times, the meetings of employees, customers, shareholders, etc. may be convened and the public presentation may be made in front of the audience. Then the fourth one is other formal communication. Instruct to subordinates, feedback to subordinates, or feedback to superiors, etc. The next one is informal communication. Informal communications are also conducted in the form of verbal or oral communication. Unofficial and personal communication between co-workers. All these are informal communication. The informal communication are called the grapevine communication. The informal communication are the essence of formal communication. So the next one is main verbal communication in business. That is, the second one is written communication. The first one is business letter. Business letters are the printed letters sent by mail, speed post or courier, etc. for external communication. It may be printed or written by hand. So letters sent by mail, courier, post, etc. to outside party. Generally, these type of letters are used to communicate with outside parties of the business organization. The second one is business memo or memorandum. It is the short documents used to transmit official information within a business organization. So this business memo is circulated among the members of the business organization or the internal members of the business organization. So it is used to transmit official information to employees and other members in the organization. The third one is notice. It is a written or printed announcement to inform a large number of people about something in the business organization. This type of notice is generally posted on the wall of the office or in front of the gate, etc. It may also be circulated to the employees. The next one is circular. It is an official letter containing some important information or instructions or orders that is distributed to a large number of people. Unlike notice, the official circular containing important information, instructions or orders, they are circulated to the employees or members of the organization and generally demands the signature on a sheet attached to the circular that they have seen circular and agreed to the terms of the circular. The next one is report. A document prepared to communicate the outcome of an activity or assigned job. Whenever a job is assigned to an individual or subordinate, he has to give a written report on the work performed it. The next one is minutes. Minutes are the written record of decisions taken in a meeting. In a meeting, there will be some written records such as agenda, minutes, etc. Minutes are the records of decisions taken in a meeting. All the decisions taken in a meeting will be recorded in a minutes book. So the third category of verbal communication in business are digital communication. In digital era or digital communication are at most important. The first digital communication is email or electronic mail. It is a message or letter sent via internet from one email ID to another email ID. It is an electronic message sent from one computer to another or sent from one electronic devices such as mobile phone to another electronic devices. It is generally sent from one email ID to another email ID. We have to discuss this topic email in detail later. Then second one is video conferencing. It is the second one. It is the live visual communication session through internet with two or more participants who are participating from different locations. Our classroom sessions or live class sessions through Google Meet is an example of video conferencing. It is a classroom session or a live video class in the case of a college, but in the case of business, this type of communication or video conferencing, all these are live visual communication. Through this session, the participants or employees can meet together and exchange their ideas, thoughts and emotions. Then third one is telephone or mobile phone communication. Text and verbal communications via telephone or mobile phones, the text messages or voice messages and also oral communication can be done through telephone and mobile phone devices. The next one is business websites and blogging. It is the communication through an informational website, company website or blogs. Number of outside parties depends on the company websites and blogs for getting information about the company, especially the persons who invest their money in business and especially for those who are willing to buy the shares of the company or who want to buy the shares, etc. Outside parties always visit the website of the company or business organization to get information about the product, to get the information about the supporting services, etc. The next one is vlogging. What do I mean by vlogging? Vlogging, it is the communication through posting small videos. A vlog is a small video posted in a channels like YouTube and other social medias, etc. The next one is social networking. It is the use of internet-based social media such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, etc. for communication. If the business is using such type of media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, etc. for communication, that means communicating to an employee or communicating to a customer or communicating to an intermediaries, wholesalers, retailers, etc. All these are the digital communication in business. Next one is importance of verbal communication in business. What are the importance of verbal communication in business? The first one is, it is the main media for formal and official communication in business. Verbal communication is mainly used for formal and official communication. It helps to maintain successful business relationship with inside and outside of the organization, and it helps to keep relationship with internal and external parties. Then third one, when it helps to build a positive image of the organization through verbal communication, we can build a positive image or goodwill for the organization. Next one, it helps to clarify misunderstanding. Always effective communication clarify the misunderstanding between the parties. Next one, written communication serves as a record of reference. If it is done through written communication, we can use this record anytime for reference in future. Next one, improve efficiency and productivity. The verbal communication improves efficiency and productivity in business. It decreases errors in business and makes the operation smoother in the organization. So, next topic is non-verbal communication. What do you mean by non-verbal communication? It is the transmission of messages or signals through non-verbal platforms such as eye contact, facial expression, postures, gestures, etc. So it is the transformation of messages through non-verbal platforms such as eye contact. We can communicate through our eyes, then facial expressions, postures, etc. Posture means the position of holding our body. Then gestures such as saluting, handshake, hand movements, etc. We can say no without the help of our hand, only then pointing, thumbs up, etc. Used for formal and informal communication. It is used for formal and informal communication. Non-verbal communication are used for both formal and informal communication. Non-verbal communication improves a person's ability to relate, engage, and establish meaningful interactions. Non-verbal communication improves a person's ability to relate, engage, and establish a meaningful interactions. So these are the beneficial to relate to a particular thing to another one, to engage with a particular activity, and to establish meaningful interactions. So the next one is it improves the efficiency of oral communication. That is, non-verbal communication must be used along with the oral communication. Then only the oral communication will be effective. So these non-verbal communication and body language with the movement and the movements etc. are very important in oral communication. Next one is importance of non-verbal communication. The first one, because business often involves frequent human interaction, understanding the elements of non-verbal communication can be an enormous benefit in terms of working with colleagues, competitors, clients, and potential clients. So non-verbal communication is very important in communicating with colleagues, competitors, clients, etc. Managers use non-verbal communication to effectively lead other employees and team members. The communications are required to manage effectively the employees and team members. A better understanding of this type of communication may lead people to develop stronger relationship with others. The stronger relationship with others, employees, customers, clients, etc. can be established with the help of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal signals increase trust, clarity, and interest in business presentation. While we are presenting something to another audience, these non-verbal signals increase our trust and confidence. It increases the clarity of the messages given, then it increases the interest of the audience, then the message transmitted. So non-verbal communications are very important in business. It supports verbal and oral communication in business. So This is all about today's class or today's session. Thank you for watching this video.